I'm gonna get your shite mail and you're gonna be pleased.
Oh god.
I don't.
Oh Christ.
You should see that. There's actually 2 parts to it too.
I've seen both parts about Harry Potter. One Harry Potter thing. Boy.
Goes at it, you know. And I saw some video.
Oh boy. Oh, yes, Coco.
Hold on. Let's see.
Coco. What? What? What, Coco? What? I'm sorry. It's really weird out of context not knowing what I'm talking about when your dog's next to you. It's making weird sounds. Is this person okay? Why are they making weird noises? 'Cause I have a dog next to me. Hi. Hello? No, you're such a cute pupper. Yeah, I probably should be explaining why I'm doing a podcast today rather than playing the actual game. So, I recently just finished playing it on my own this last Friday. And something about that sentence sounds wrong. Hold on, let me think. Hold on. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Am I right, dog? So, I just finished it, and I kind of was like, yes, when I did it the first time, I kind of was like immediately wanting to go to, playing it, right, after I played it. But first of all, this one is literally like, I was talking to Hilary before, like 3 to 4 hours long, of an episode, which is crazy, like very crazy. Like at minimum, most of the episodes have been like 2 hours, like ish. I think one has been 3, but like from the whole series, but I don't remember which one. But no, like it's crazy. Like that's the longest I think I've heard of it. I could be wrong though. Maybe I'm just really speedy with the other ones. But no, this one took me like a really long time. So I am either one day having to A, do it all in one, or B, like do it in 2 parts ish. Something along the lines of that. So, yeah, even, like, looking at every nook and cranny, like, it's still, like, solid, like, I think to 4 hours. So...
After an accident, they get hit by their vehicles in another accident.
I'm not gonna ask, I'm just gonna continue talking. So, yeah, like, another reason, too, is, like, it's, like, I kind of want to wait on it, because I literally just finished it. And it was, like, it wasn't draining. My god, it was a really good episode. Holy Jesus. I'll say that at the moment and everything. But yeah, I will play it though. I will soon. Most likely maybe next weekend I'll play it. Also, hopefully if the Life is Strange comic, like the 3rd issue is supposed to come out on the 30th, I'll do the podcast still.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, God. So yeah, so pretty much that's kind of what I plan right now. But for right now, you're getting a podcast. You're getting a podcast, and you're going to like it, whether or not, So there's that. Yeah. So I know there's no one here making that explanation, but I'm sure someone's gonna watch this later on and be like, "Oh, I wonder why they didn't make a stream thing about Life is Strange 2 episode 2." So, oh, I hear myself in the background. Woo! Woo! Just sort of feedback. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. That's my explanation of why I'm not doing episode 2 today, and why you're just still gonna see the snow screen, other than the actual game. And I know it must be a tease. I just imagine someone clicking like, "Oh boy, they're gonna play episode 2 today," and it's like just that. She's staying at the title screen the whole time.
You little cock tease.
Should I like stay at the whole title screen the whole time, and at the very end of the podcast just click like continue and just end it? I feel like that would be mean.
Yeah. Ooh.
I feel like that would be very
Well,
mean.
let's get on to playing the game. Start.
Like, close it, and
Well,
then it
goodbye,
ends.
everyone.
I kind of want to almost do that. I mean, me saying it now, but I mean, God forbid, what if someone just came in midstream and be like, oh boy, they're gonna play Life is Strange at some point, right? Right? Like, very end. It's like, alright, we're gonna play Life is Strange 2
Well, let's
episode 2,
get on
everybody.
to it.
And then goes in, it's like, bye guys! And just ends it. Like that one SpongeBob episode with the secret formula, where like they always are hinting toward like telling it, and then it just ends. The secret formula is cuts. Oh man, I love that episode.
The moment you've all been waiting for, Carolyn Sonic is gonna play episode 2 of Life is Strange 2. Hits the button. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh man.
Everyone will be like, God damn it.
I'm almost really tempted actually, I might do that. If the people do come in, I'll be like almost willing to do man.
Okay. Keep it a secret, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's no one here yet, so. Anyway,
Yeah,
so what do you want to talk about? You're like, cuts.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about today?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about today? It just goes on.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about today? Yeah, no.
I don't know. That looks
Sorry. Oh my god. I love the snowy background. Whoa, what?
I said, are you on your medication, Carolyn?
No, I forgot to take it this morning, sorry. I'm a complete and utter jerk, I'm realizing. Like, a lot of people, like, I'm sweet, like, sometimes, but I can be a jerk when I kind of want to be, at least in a sarcastic level. I could be if I wanted. I've done it so many times.
Yes.
Actually,
Unleash the sass.
I just remembered one time. So, at my school, I was like talking to someone. They were talking about being in a relationship and everything, and being like, I don't know how many relationships they've been in, but they're saying, oh, I hope this one goes well and everything. I love this guy and everything. And I'm like, and yes. Also, by the way, Star's here. I forgot to mention that originally. So, but pretty much, I was talking to them, and you know, I was saying, and I like the problem is I have a really monotone voice. Like, I kind of like not caring voice, especially when I'm at school, because I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to be here, but I was like trying to be sincere when I said this. I was like, oh yeah, I hope you know, it goes well for you, like in that voice. And she's like, wow, you seem like you don't really care. And I realized that like my voice was like, oh no, like and I do this a lot. But I was like, oh god, no, I did it again. I was like, no, I actually am trying to be sincere. It's just I have this voice. I just talk like this all the time. Like, I didn't mean to. I mean, like I said, I was being sincere, you know, about it. But it was just like my voice is not adding up to my sincere level. So yeah, I could be a jerk unintentionally and very intentionally when I want to, and when I don't want to. It's a bad habit. I really need help. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me. Is there an animal behind me? Okay, no. I want to sit back in my chair, but I wanted to make sure there was like no animal I was gonna having to deal with.
There's no Jesus kid.
Well, they're somewhere else. I don't know where they're at. My animals. I mean, my dog's on the bed over there. And there's, well, not bed, couch. So. Though we do have a bed in our living room, so
You do?
yes. I have to explain why, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually kind of interesting and odd, but pretty much when my mom was still alive, my mom and dad never slept in the same bed together. Not for bad reasons. Not like, you know, oh, they had arguments or issues like that. You know, they would. But my dad's problem is that he has like nose problems. He can't like breathe through his nose. He can't really smell through his nose like at all. So he has like a snoring problem. He snores really badly. And so it used to like literally bother the life out of my mom. So literally like they had to sleep separately. So yeah, he would sleep out in like this living room area. He doesn't do it anymore, but like we still have the bed in there out here just in case, you know, there's visitors and he can sleep out here again or something, or if I had to or something. But yeah. So explanation. It's not bad explanation. Like I said, it wasn't bad. It's just really odd. Probably really odd for people to probably come into my house and it's like, why do you have a bed in the living room? It's like, you know, it's like, you know what? You don't question my house decor, okay?
Yeah, you don't give me sass by my house decor.
Yeah, you can sleep in the living room if you wanted, right? You can watch TV right here and, you know, whatever. So shut up. Try to recreate an apartment. I got nothing really much on it. Maybe I should just tell random stories about my life. But I don't know. Once again, my life's not that interesting. I don't really have entertaining stories.
No, it's boring.
Exactly. I
The
don't
life
know.
of a Jew is always boring.
You know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. I think how we can do this. I think
Okay.
we trade off weird stories about each other.
Okay, cool. Okay, sure.
We'll do it. Yeah. This is a special podcast. Trade off random stories about each other. You can think of it's anyone.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, Star.
what?
How boring are Jews?
How boring are Jews? That's a hard one.
Oh God. Jesus.
They're so boring. I once saw one at a parking lot looking for pennies.
Oh Jesus. Oh
I
God.
want to say this. I want to say this.
What?
Okay. Why do Jews watch porn backwards?
Okay, I never heard this one. I'm scared. Why? Don't get me demonetized. Well, actually, I'm not even. I can't even get demonetized.
Get his money.
Oh God. Wait. Oh God. I realize how wrong that is.
Right, biatch.
Oh God, I'm just thinking about that, and it's like, oh no, oh no.
No, I offended everyone.
Oh God,
Everyone's triggered.
everyone's triggered. There's no one here. No one's here to
Now
get
we're gonna
triggered.
go in the comment section and say, "Oi, you filthy goyim! I'm gonna sue you." Oi,
The funny is,
nay.
oh my God, you know what's funny about this whole thing is the fact that everyone else, you know, probably was Jewish or whatever, would be like offended or something like that. Yet I'm half Jewish and I find that kind of funny. So like I'm always okay with like jokes and things like that. Like I'm really chill with them as long as you're not like,
That's because you're
you know.
cool.
Well, okay.
Most other Jews,
Thank you. Anyway,
they want to be like, how dare you? I'm offended.
I know, right?
you get offended easily, but like, oh, it's like as long as you're not like, you know, being like Heil Hitler, you know, like intentionally, then it's like even still kind of doing it unintentionally, but you know, or saying Hitler is like a great
Did
person
you
or something, then
Did you know? Oh, sorry to interrupt.
no, I was
but
actually done with that statement.
Actually, did you know because the history books go ahead and say in World War II, when the Allied forces of America and the other nations went ahead and fought back against the Germans, and Adolf Hitler was cornered, he went ahead and committed suicide by going ahead and taking, I think, cyanide pills
Yeah.
in a bunker.
Huh.
Because he was trapped by the Allied forces and he didn't want to get caught and tried for
Yeah,
all
so
these.
he took the bitches way out, essentially.
Well, that's false.
I was gonna say, like, don't we really know if he died or
Yeah.
not?
He actually escaped. He went under a completely different name and he went in hiding in this one country. I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull up on
Well, then if he went
YouTube.
into hiding, that means he would have had to shave off his famous stash.
I mean, yeah.
I'm thinking he-
Sorry,
I'm gonna have to look at.
I just thought of something
look at
funny.
the video
I just thought of sorry.
of the YouTube video again.
I'm sorry. I just thought
Oh,
of something
that's
funny. Like with that, like the whole having the shave the mustache.
He would have had to have shaved it. He would have had to have shaved that little mustache of his off.
I just thought, like,
Because
you know,
with that on his face, everybody would have known who the fuck he was.
yeah. I just imagine he was trying to fit in everything, but not shaving the mustache. You know, just funnily enough, he's walking by and it's like, hey, is that Hitler? I cannot Hitler. I am his cousin. Switzer.
Well,
Yeah, my name's Switzer.
Like, he would have to be so underground. It would be ridiculous because everybody would have known what he sounded like to begin with anyway. So that means if he went out in public, he would never be able to talk.
Well, he probably had to change his voice somehow. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think we would have had that kind of shit to do that kind of crap back then.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to look up the YouTube video.
Well,
Sorry.
Chloe,
Mm.
I gotta ask, do
Yeah.
you know where I can find like the controllers for VR? Like the ones that are compatible with Steam? Because I'm honestly thinking about using them.
You could try Amazon. It all
Like, I'm
depends
trying to
on.
look on Steam itself because I know I saw like an advert for like a VR headset and shit at one point.
Oh, that would be. Which one is under? I know Oculus is under Facebook. I think the Vive is under Steam.
My arms.
The Vive. The Vive.
Leave.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on the. Don't quote me on this, but I think that the Vive is under Steam. Or you could just type in VR or Steam VR headset or Steam VR
Controllers.
motion controllers.
I was gonna say.
But the downside to this is that you have to have the headset.
Oh, you
Be-
actually have to have it.
Yeah, because unless you have the headset, it won't go ahead and sync up with everything, and you won't be able to move your hands around.
That's too good.
Yeah, but there are some pretty cheap VR headsets that are out there. I'm probably going to get an Oculus Rift because right now the Oculus Rift is like $350 because it was $399. It was $400. The Vive is about $599. Yeah, so the Oculus is a better choice, and Defender went ahead and told me with the Oculus, I only have to have.
Or something that'd be great.
Yeah, with the Oculus, you only need, I think, 4 USB ports and an HDMI port.
4 USB ports?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a USB port extender then.
Yeah, that would be a best bet for you.
Like when you get the time, just like link me, because I'm seriously considering like getting this shit now.
I mean, I have never experienced VR at all. I'm guessing it's going to be a whole different world.
Yeah, and you know the thing though too is, I don't think Carol. I don't know if Carolyn's watched that video that I sent her. It's the same video I sent you.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Like, this is what I'm going on about right now. We got a Second Life, you know, it's got a ton of cool shit in there. But the thing is, because of VR, it's becoming so much more immersed in its gameplay. And like yeah, sure, the shit you can do on SL is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, there's tons of cool shit on SL. But the point of the fact is, we're moving to VR headsets and controllers now.
Sorry.
And with Sansar coming out and you know, VR chat, just imagine where Sansar, the same people who run Second Life, imagine where they're going to be at in like 2 to 5 years.
A-Star.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
If it's still operational, I hope it is, because this will be trippy as hell. Second Life can be played in VR.
Yeah. But again, there's a major difference between what Second Life is and what actual virtual reality is.
I mean,
because these videos that I've been watching from VR chat, they can do so much more than what Second Life is capable of doing.
and there is another VR chat kind of like experience where you can customize your avatar and everything. It isn't Sansar. It's another kind of like huge world space. I'm gonna have to find a website again, but it's for VR. And I've been looking at it, and it's very interesting. So we not only have Sansar, we have this, and we have VR chat, and a lot of VR stuff is out. So,
like, I am wanting to get like VR shit now, just so I can be more immersed. Because, like, you can go on YouTube and you can see like, oh, well, you know, Second Life's got all these cool magic hunts and weaponry and shit. But now that we're in VR, like, it doesn't really hold much of a candle anymore because of the shit that you can do in VR.
yeah, you can actually, I mean, I wish I had VR, because people say that when you get VR, it's like you're actually in the game.
Yeah.
And when you're inside of it and you're doing all these, like, you know, cool things, like, you know, making explosions happen and shit like that, you actually feel like it's happening near you, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a whole nother experience, you know. It's like something that, you know, a video on YouTube can't replicate because the people that are on, you know, the YouTube actually experience it, but upload it for you to see, but, you know, you're not experiencing it
it's
yourself.
not the same thing. Like, you can watch it on YouTube, and then you, like, go in there, and then you try to find that you somehow find this person, and then, like, well, I got VR now, and I saw you guys doing all these cool things, and I know it doesn't hold a candle to what a VR headset could do. Can you show me what this looks like while I'm wearing a VR headset? And it's like you're seeing it for the first time all over again. That's what they're basically saying, dude.
It's like the things that you see in on like a video. The things you see on a video are cool, but seeing them like you're actually there is all like seeing it again. Well, seeing it for the first time, actually. You know,
Yeah.
because
Like, you get to experience for the first time twice.
yeah. And
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's just like, Jesus Christ, man. But like, I've actually seen like 1 through 9 of these epic Avatar showcases. And like even the big ass fucking memers, like where they down, and then it's got like a bunch of like, you know, fucking smiley faces or whatever. Even that shit is epic. It's epically funny.
I love this turned into a VR discussion.
I mean, you
happened.
didn't say to talk about anything, so.
No, I did. This is fine. I mean, you definitely filled in like a whole, like, probably like 15 minutes tops. Like, you know, almost 20, I think. The discussion about it, so that's fine. I was on YouTube Go about it, because, I mean, like, I don't really know much about VR and stuff like this, so I was like, alright, well, let me go.
I'm actually gonna send you a link. She's not on Discord.
Well, yeah, I'm streaming.
Just like mention, just like have her mention that channel, and then like people can go there and like see what we're talking about.
What channel?
XIGNEON.
Okay, I mean, they can hear you.
You can see their like the epic Avatar showcases. I mean, this shit's insane. It really is.
Are you insane? Dragon Ball.
And yes, there is just, you are going to see Vegeta in one of those episodes launching a major attack. And yes, 90% of it is him going, "Ah!"
Nice. Alright, tired.
That's kind of why I don't really like watching Dragon Ball, is because it's like 90% of the fucking show is just them going, "Ah!"
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I can tell you.
It's like 50 fucking episodes later. Oh, hey, they finally defeated the bad guy after like 90% of that shit was just them yelling constantly to power up.
You know what I remember from that show? Because, okay, I don't think I told you, Carolyn, about how I got into anime.
Oh, no.
I don't. Have you?
Well, originally I never really got into anime when I was a little kid. I mean, I did watch, what did I watch? I watched, Samurai Pizza Cats. when
Oh
it
god,
came out,
that's on
and I
some
watched only a
service.
couple of episodes. And it was like, No. And then, I went to, Ohio. And, I went ahead and was staying with a woman. And one day, I went ahead and happened to watch Dragon Ball Z. And I really got into it. It was, very interesting. It was like the first episode? Yeah, I watched the first episode and I was like, huh.
If I can...
continued
Oh, sorry.
to watch... Oh, sorry. Oh, it's good.
No,
I continued to watch it, and I noticed a lot of things that kind of, it got me hyped up, but it kind of went ahead and just made me go, why? I mean...
Yeah, because, again, it's like they're screaming constantly, and it's like, can you just power up normally for fucking once?
I would say that a good example of this, and I know everyone in the room is going to say the same thing, when I go ahead and say the battle of Frieza and Goku.
Yeah.
Frieza went ahead and tried to blow up Namek, but Namek didn't blow up. Then he said you only have 5 minutes until Namek blows up. And that was about, I would say, 7 episodes.
That really annoyed me when I first watched it. I was like, why though? Like, it was like very unnecessary the amount of episodes I took. I literally could have been like one episode.
You have 5 minutes to save the planet.
It takes 7 episodes.
3.5 hours later.
Worst
It's
of episodes.
Like, okay, is the planet gonna blow up yet?
Like,
No?
God
They're
forbid,
still
it's been like 10
fighting?
hours already. Come on.
It kind of makes me wonder how. It kind of makes me wonder the Namekian time scale of how many
This is like
seconds
10 years.
equals a minute there. Because
Well, would it really matter though? Because I mean, like, the planet's blowing up.
yeah, it is.
It's like, oh hey, you have 5 minutes to save this planet. 3.5 hours later, wasn't this planet supposed to blow up 3 hours and 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think so.
Like there's no logic for that. They just wanted to pan it out. They just wanted to make filler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I don't really get Toriyama's vision for that, because most of the earlier Dragon Ball Z was just filler. I mean, the thing was Gohan and Piccolo training, and then the other Z fighters on the Kame's lookout. It was like, okay, train, and then Goku going on Snake Wave for what seemed like 5 to 6 episodes.
Hey, at least we got
Just going
funny
down this long
parodies out of
Snake
those
Way.
episode, so.
Yeah. Going
Routine
ahead
4
and
stuff.
dropping down. Yeah, going down and going to Home for Infinite Losers and coming back at the very beginning, only to run right back. Let me see. Vegeta and Nappa going ahead and coming to Earth, which seemed like forever. They made a pit stop at this bug planet and went ahead.
Sorry.
See, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I do love the fight scenes in Dragon Ball. But the reason I don't watch it is because it's like, at this point, all it is 90%, like, 90% of the time they're just screaming. And then, like, some of the other time, you're just waiting for the fucking story arc to catch up to where they're at. And then by the time they get to where they're going to be at, it's just like I've completely lost interest in it because you just...
That's why I suggest you just skip around episodes.
I get the flashy shit, okay? I do, but you're doing it too much. That's why I don't like Dragon Ball.
I find it funny, actually, that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are actually two completely different things. That they went ahead and went away from a lot of the perverted stuff in Dragon Ball because there was
God,
a
yeah.
ton
Oh my
of
god, poor
perverted
Bulma.
things.
Oh god, just thinking about Bulma.
Had
Jesus
her panties
Christ.
taken off.
Oh my
Had her
god.
panties taken off by Goku, and then
Not
going ahead
even the
and
Flash,
Master Roshi
like-
and
She had a flash like Master Roshi. She was like, what, 14 at the time? If I'm correct? Or something
I
like
think
that?
she was
14?
16
Four-
or 15.
15
I'm not
possibly
sure.
tops? The point is, Jesus Christ. I remember actually, I think in America they censored it a lot, obviously. But like, holy Jesus though, if you look at like the
They did. It's funny
original
in Canada.
Japanese dub of it, it's like,
Because we got twinkle little snowflakes over here.
that was the
But
80s
it's
though.
like
So,
Bulma appeared naked in Dragon Ball the most.
it's the best. I think I support
And it
Bulma.
was like when Dragon Ball Z came out, you know, it was.
They died her-
it
they
was
kinda
like,
died her down a lot.
Is this going to be even more perverted? No. I mean, Master Roshi's still perverted, but you know, I think they kind of.
Master Roshi's
I think they went ahead and cut him down his pervertedness a little bit.
What they showed him less is the key though.
I wonder whatever happened to Launch though. I
I
mean,
don't
we
know.
did see one. We did get to see her in Dragon Ball Z. We did get to see her in one scene in Dragon Ball Z, and that was it.
Yeah, but I always wonder what happened in Launch. Wasn't
Well,
like
Launch
he and
is-
her like hooked up at one
Yeah.
point? Like two? Like,
I'm not
like
sure.
one of them, I think. I don't remember. I think it was Tien.
Yeah,
But
but
still, I was like very confused when she disappeared. I
never
was like,
saw her.
it's like, did they just erase her out of like the Dragon Ball timeline? Like, also, might I say, okay, might I say, I want to talk about this. In Dragon Ball, Yamcha was like the coolest character, but when he in his Dragon Ball Z, they just destroyed him. Like, my god, what
Oh,
happened to
God.
Yamcha? Like, they just like utterly annihilated
Yeah.
his character.
I mean, from Dragon Ball, he was this cool, you know, this rogue, you know, this, you know, thief. But
And
in
then,
Dragon Ball Z, he was the butt end of the joke.
like, what happened though? I just want to know.
I know.
Like, how did Yamcha get so dumbed down as a character? Oh god. Like, I'm really curious. Like, why did they dumb him down as a character? Like, he could have been, like, the coolest character in, like, Dragon Ball Z, and yet they're just like, nope. We're just gonna trash on Yamcha. He just got too cocky
they
for
hate
his own
Yamcha.
good and everything. It's just, yeah, I think that's the problem. They just made him way too cocky, way too over his head and everything. Concept was like, yeah, see, no wonder Bulma
Yeah.
left you. Like, you can't say I'm wrong.
I know, right?
Even though she went for, like, Vegeta, even though
Yeah.
it's like he's, like that, like, but 10 times worse. Like, I don't know, I'm just, I say Bulma has her types. Am I right? I don't know, Jesus. Yeah. God, it's been so long since I've actually seen the original, like, the Dragon Ball stuff, like, in a while. But, I mean, yeah. But,
I mean, even the trip to Namek with Goku in that spaceship,
yeah.
that took
That took
lot
so many-
of episodes.
Dude, you know what? I remember this when I was a kid, you know, younger, watching Dragon Ball and everything, and I was like watching the whole thing, you know, go out. And I was like, obviously when they're on Namek and waiting for Goku to come, I was like, when is he gonna get here? God forbid, it doesn't take that long. They're literally like Vegeta, Krillin, and like Gohan are getting destroyed. Help them. Like, why are you making Goku's like
It's
trip so long and like scaled out? Like, why are you making it seem like an actual space like ride? God darn it.
you know what I find funny? You know what I find funny about that?
Mm.
You know what I find funny? I find funny that Bulma, Krillin, and let me see, Krillin, Bulma, and Gohan in a spaceship. In one of the spaceships.
They got there
I
so
think
much
they
faster.
found it somewhere. They got there fast.
The Goku takes like
But
forever.
not even Capsule Corp's, ship.
Can like get them there in like a
Took,
solid
like,
amount of time they got there.
It took like a lot more episodes just to, yeah.
I'm like I don't understand the whole timing thing. I
mean,
think he
everyone's
wants
ass was
maybe,
practically beat.
maybe I don't know. Maybe it's Japan. Maybe it's like how they see like shows. You know, maybe they're more patient. Like I feel like people in Japan are more patient when it comes to episodes. I feel like and like what like story arcs are rather than people. Because if you think about it, when you look at a lot of U.S. shows, things go like fast. When you look at Japan and their anime and stuff like that, everything is like very slow leading up to stuff usually. And I feel like I think that's just ultimately the difference. Like honestly, I really believe that.
That is true in their MMO, in their online games too, because in Japan they like to grind. They like to go ahead and defeat monster after monster after monster after monster and gain levels slowly. But in America, we're so hard up to go ahead and get it done like that we get pissed off when there's a grindy game.
Yeah, because we're like not really patient enough, I don't think.
Yeah.
Which I think describes how our society is. I feel like in a nutshell. But I mean, I think that's really it, though. I think we're just a lot more like impatient when it comes to certain things. So. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my theory, though. I'm not saying it's a confirm or denying thing.
I mean, I kind of get Dragon Ball Z, though. I kind of get that about the pacing and the overlong, just the filler episodes.
Yeah.
And no one likes filler episodes at all, because the filler episodes is just basically them
wasting my time,
sitting around talking. Or going to the, a mall or something, and the threat is there. That they have to defeat this threat, but everyone is just going about their day. Just going ahead and going shopping, going playing sports, this, that, or other. Like, when is the fucking fight going to start?
It's like, ain't Cell like out here like destroying people at the moment? Like, don't we have to stop him? Nah, we could go shopping and eat some food for a bit, but like, he could destroy the Earth, like any minute, guys.
Yeah, any minute. You just go ahead and destroy. I'm betting the bad guy is just sitting there going.
Look at his watch. He's like,
so long, huh?
He's like looking at his watch. Is like, geez, like how long does it take for them to get here? God, you're looking impatient for you guys. I could literally easily destroy Earth now. You know that, right? Like,
It's funny because I think the Nostalgia Critic went ahead and pieced it good when he was going on about Sailor Moon. And it's like, when the girls transform,
it takes like a full on like minute or something
in front of the bad guy. Yeah, in front of the bad guy. And it's like going on a minute each, and they have to have all their suits on, and they have to do their poses and everything. What does the bad guy do? Does he just go ahead and sit back and go, God, I wonder when they're done.
Sorry, I just thought of something funny, I imagine. It's like, wow, they're really pretty. Oh, just like nosebleeds. Oh, shoot. Like they're finally done. All right, we're finally able to defeat. Like he's having a nosebleed. Are you good? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good. You just forget about it. It's normal. Like I just imagine that. Honestly, like I'm not surprised. Maybe that's why we don't see the villain every time they're transforming.
Yeah. It's like these transformations take so long, and in front of a bad guy.
The thing is, I'm assuming that they're going somewhat nude, too.
Huh?
I'm assuming they're also going somewhat nude, right? Like, too. So that must be
somewhat nude.
Yeah, like going. That must be kind of. Because like when they transform, I mean, I know you can't really see, anything, but like obviously their clothes kind of disappear for like 1 second, so it's like,
there was a Sailor Moon movie. I forgot the name of it. There was one scene though that had me going, okay, is this for fan service or what? It was a scene when Sailor Moon was, I think, on a different planet, and the bad guy wanted to go, or took, I think, her crystal from her neck or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had like this crystal.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
he
about.
started pulling it off, and when he did, she started losing the suit. And she was naked except for streams, going from her body, going out from the gem. And it's like, okay, is the gem the source of the transformation? And if the gem gets taken out, do they naked, or do they go back to the original clothes?
Do they naked? I love that wording.
It kind of weirded me out because I was like,
because you kind of question, yeah, you're kind of like, you wonder, like, how does that work? Then you make me wonder, can I get an answer for that at least? I think it could have been fan service, honestly, though. Just like, there's too many 13-year-old boys who need to see some nudity. Come on. Just like.
But it was out there. It was out there. I mean, it didn't show anything,
Yeah.
massive, but it did show some of her skin, and it showed the outline of her breasts, But it was one of those what the fuck
moments.
What the fuck moments.
Like, it's not needed. Like, why was that put there? Moments. Like, what was the desperateness of that? Like, you could have easily just taken that off, and oh, she could have popped into her over clothes or something or whatever. Instead, you just did that. Like, it does make you wonder, like, things about anime they do. You make you wonder, like, what's the necessity of it? Like, why? That's what I always wonder about, like, anime and, like, the women, with the big breasts and everything like that. And I'm like, what's the need of it? Like, I understand, like, Japan, like, is very different with their culture and everything, but it's like, what's the necessity of it? Like, why? Like, you just have to ask. And it's not trying to make fun of their culture or anything,
Service. Yeah, Japan is a lot into fan service. I mean, fan service up the ass. I mean, many of the anime, many of the, the animes that I've tried to watch, I couldn't get past, all the fan service, because it was like, why is this necessary? And then, I hate how the guys get treated by these women, because a guy can accidentally go ahead and slip,
Yeah, slip and fall, accidentally pulls down, like, her shirt or whatever, and then, like, he gets slapped for it, and it's like, obviously he tripped and was trying to grab something so he doesn't fall face first, you idiot. Or, like, accidentally falling into her breast or whatever, and she gets freaked out. It's like, it's not like he's intentionally doing it, you literally just saw him fall. Like, come on. Like, calm down.
I know, right?
I'm like, I never understood that. I'm like...
It's like, everyone is...
I'm just like, why?
Everyone is like, these girls are bitches. Because the guy didn't mean to do anything,
He's even apologizing after, too.
Mean to do anything. Yeah.
He's like, full on apologizing.
Says, I'm sorry.
He's like...
Why didn't you go ahead and beat him? I mean...
Jesus.
I forgot the one... Okay, I forgot this one anime. But it was about a demon girl. God, I forget the name of it, but there was a scene when a boy goes ahead and opens the door, and this demon girl was naked, and she went ahead and screamed, and she took a massive spiked club and just went ahead and
I know what you're talking about.
against his head, I think decapitating him, and he dies. And instantly she sees what she did wrong and screams in horror and goes ahead and brings him back to life. It was
Thank God you can do that.
Why? And before he was like, I'm sorry. And
He's like, whoa.
she still assaults him.
It's like, dang, like, what is, like... I mean, okay. I would get that if, like... Okay, so here's my problem with that, too. It's not even like that, but then there's the opposite side. Like with Master Roshi, or, like, other characters who are very perverted. It's like they do something like that, and they're like, awkward and not knowing what to do about it. But then when a stranger, like, accidentally does that, they get ticked off. Like, I don't understand the backwards logic of it. It's like... Wouldn't you do that to the perverted people rather than the person who accidentally just did that? Like, what's your logic? Like, I don't mind strong women, you know, people that, like, know which is right and which is wrong, tying to do stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not into anime. I watch some anime. I'll watch it every so often. And then there's, like, rare when I get into, like, really, like, things I really enjoy. Like, recently I got into My Hero Academia. You know, so I found that really cool. I found it interesting and everything. At least actually with My Hero Academia, it's not actually the worst show with the women. Actually, I feel like it's more okay. I mean, there's still moments, but you know. But I just never understood the women in anime. It is kind of weird. You do have a point with that. I just never understood it. And the guys too is like,
it's like
poor men.
I mean, there's a few animes out there that show if, like, a guy or, you know, like, a boy would go ahead and accidentally, you know, fall and, you know, fall on the girl's breasts.
Yeah.
That the girl wouldn't even mind. And say, like, oh, I know it's an accident, you know, it's okay. And it's like, okay.
It's like, well, this is my life.
Now we get knocked into by a girl. She thinks that he's the biggest pervert in the whole fucking world. That he needs to die.
Like, honestly, God, it makes me really wonder. I kind of like. Here's the thing. I want to go to Japan and see what the culture's like there. You know, not saying like anime proves a point of what like people are like. You know, in Japan, but I just want to know like what's it like? What's their culture?
I've been actually. I think I can actually go ahead and answer that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Okay. Because
Don't say anything offensive.
I've been looking on a couple of videos, and it seems
never mind.
as if Japan has a very big problem. It seems that
Put it
men and
delicately,
women
by the way.
aren't interested. Huh?
Put it delicate. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, put it delicate. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying to put it as delicate.
Because it's like, I'm not trying to offend anyone or anything, and I know like some people could get sensitive about it, and I'm just like trying to be aware. Like, yes, there could be problems. I'm not saying no country has any problem at all, you know. So, you know, I'm just saying.
But,
word choice. So.
In Japan, there is a problem with, the male and female relationships.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've heard about this before.
Fewer men and women are marrying. Fewer men and women are even dating. They usually spend a lot of time on their phones.
I know why, probably too.
Yeah, Japanese people lead a very, very strict life. Their lives center around trying to make themselves more honorable. And the way to do that is they go to school, they go to work, you know, they do their jobs, but they do too much work. They overwork themselves. And it's like the men aren't interested in women there at all. They instead want to have kind of like a companion.
Pretty.
I put this more delicately.
I would put, like, I'll try to, I think I know where you're going with this. And I've heard this actually before, and actually, I think if I'm correctly remembering, it was on the Game Theory channel. What was his name? I know they have, like, 2 other people on the channel. The one Goomba guy. What's his name?
Goomba, Majin Goomba.
Majin Goomba. There we go. And he had, like, a specific episode talking about dating sims and stuff like that. Okay. I know, this sounds weird. Stay with me. But he pretty much, and this is, I think, where I first heard about this, and pretty much, it's about, in how, you know, obviously why, you know, men and women there don't really date and, you know, marry, you know, very long. And it's like, you know, obviously you're saying that the men there are hard workers and always, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they don't have time for, you know, like an actual relationship.
They don't have time for the relationship, so instead...
They go to...
I mean, they don't have time for the relationship is the first one. The second one is that they are afraid of the females.
Gee, I wonder why. Back to our anime
very
point.
Afraid of females.
Sorry. I know, I said delicately and I make a comment. I can't help it, I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's still... They are afraid of the interaction with the females. The Japanese men are. And I think it comes down to, you know, their family, their, you know, will this person be, you know, honorable for my family to, you know, be with, and, you know, hold up the name, you know, so when we have offspring, the offspring will be, you know, honorable as well, you know, getting up, you know, in that honorable. But back to the topic, these men and boys, you know, going to high school and everything, they have a lot put on them. The girls as well, they have a lot to put on them, both. But because of the men and boys, kind of like, how do I say, fear of, you know, female interaction, they need somewhere else to feel love, feel like, you know, they don't have to, you know, they don't have to worry about pleasing, you know, actually going ahead and making proud, you know, making, you know, high honor, you know, this, you know, video game, or this, you know, this, they recently came out with like a tube, kind of like a device with kind of like a holographic female.
Yes.
It was on a YouTube video, and it would send in the ad. It would send the guy messages, and then he comes home and he sees her, and she turns on the lights and everything. I think it's like a / home security / girlfriend. And they have dinner together, and but yeah.
Wow, okay.
It's sad.
I was gonna say that's depressing. I mean, yeah, I know, like difference in culture and everything, but it's like that's really interesting because, you know, it's kind of hard to say, but it's just like, you know, it's so odd because like in America, men and women are like, okay, I'm just gonna follow on. We're horny people, all right? We're the horniest people. We're always having to be in a relationship or something, you know. So it's just really interesting just hearing that in that regard, the difference between relationships and what we do here rather than Japan. You know?
In Japanese, in the Japanese, people have their history, have their culture, have their lineage. They want to pass down the best of the best. because it's like in Japan, you know, everything has to work as one, and they have to pass on the lineage to go ahead, you know, and oil that machine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say. They have the history behind them, but it's becoming a strain now because everyone expects them to, like I said, be high honor, you know, be honorable, you know, be top game, you know, be the top of the game.
That's yeah.
So that's why that's why you see these memes of the Japanese father, you know, going, you give it 100%. Why not 101? You know,
or like they get like a B on a test and they're like a B for failure, you know, but failure. So I don't know something like that. But like the point is, yeah.
But that's what Japanese kids go through.
But it's depressing actually because it's
families, because
it's like they have so much on them, and I can't even imagine that. Like, here's the thing with even in America, like yes, that still exists here, but not as much. But like the only like you know families that have that issue is people who are part of like you know big like rich you know people you know who are very rich. People who like you know have like big sports team or like you know were part of like a huge sports thing, or just like people in general, you know, sometimes are like that, you know, just in a way.
Look back.
So
yeah,
I find that you know interesting. Yikes! Yeah.
It's like with Japan. There are kids who have to go ahead and wake up, go to school for more hours than we do, have to go ahead and study for all these tests. I mean, in America, we don't study for, like, you know, half the tests that they do. They study non-stop.
Going to school until they graduate, at least high school.
And their parents, if they dare get anything below an A+, they're failures. They fail. The family disowns them because they're not the best, and that's kind of the that's a problem. The problem is that if you're not the best, then we don't want nothing to do with you, because why did you know your mother give birth to a failure?
Oh my God! You know what?
You know, and they go ahead and mentally break the person down, break them down, saying you're no good. Why can't you be like your brother? Your brother is a straight A+ student. You know, it's like, come on, but that's Japan. Japan has a very strict history. And it has a history where you either be the best or you just leave.
Yeah. I actually just recently remembered something that kind of reminded me the whole.
Breaking down mentally, so you wind up killing yourself.
Yeah, that is true. Not. Sorry.
No, but I just like remembered a video I watched. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was for or something, but it made me kind of bawl. But actually, there's two. But I'll say this one because it kind of relates to the whole grade thing. But pretty much there's this, you know, teenage girl in Japan, you know, with their father who, you know, is in a wheelchair and needs extra help, and I think with their, like, brother or sister or something like that. I know she had a sibling. And she would go to school every day, she would work hard, she does, like, the hardest she can and everything, and she does so well. And, but at the same time, she has to take care of her family, because, you know, her dad, you know, is, like, wheelchair bound and, you know, can't really do much, so she's working so hard all the time. So one day she gets I think it's like a college, like, you know, like a recommendation for a college, you know, like a really good college. I think she had to do a test. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a test to, like, be able to go to really good colleges. And she passed it. But the problem is she was more focused on her family that she, you know, threw it away and said, oh, like, she failed the test. However, her dad got really upset and, like, you know, pretty much disowned her. Pretty much, as he said, like, pretty much like, oh, you're a failure, you know, you dishonored and everything. But then, like, finally, one day he goes to her room and finds that she passed, and he feels so bad because he realized that she didn't, you know, she did it to, you know, be with her family and to help him out, and it's like, it just, like, was really depressing and everything, and it's like, I guess that's, like, the really harsh reality of, like, you know, like, what that is, you know? And it was like, Jesus.
The interactions between, like, the parents and, you know, their child is...
Basically, if you get born and you have a problem, you're fucked.
Yeah, if you have a problem, then there is no future for you in Japan. There is. I mean, you can be the lowest you can be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't remember what the video was called.
It sad. I really do.
Yeah, I wish I knew what the video was called. I forgot what it is. I'm sure if you type down some of the description I said, you'll find it. But it was very interesting to watch because it was just like kind of daunting, you know. Just kind of seeing that and being like, you know, realizing how, like, you know, life kind of is with some people, and it's like, I don't know.
I mean, everyone is like, everyone is like, I want to visit Japan. Everyone is like, I want to see Japan. I want to go ahead and tour Japan. But they don't really know Japan. They don't know it.
Okay, I gotta admit something now that you said that. I will admit that I am one of those people that do want to go to Japan, but I don't just want to go there just for sightseeing.
No, I didn't.
I want to go there and learn about their history.
Yeah, their culture.
Sure, of course, you know, I'm going to go sightseeing because I'm on vacation and it's fucking Japan, but at the same time, I want to learn about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the more you learn of their culture, the more you learn of their traditions and their heritage, the more you get a sense of what Japan really is about. Everyone seems to think that Japan is this, it's a great place to be. It has all kinds of these, you know, high-tech gadgets and anime and, you know, cosplayers and everything like that. But the truth is that Japan is hiding a lot more darker things.
Yeah, and I know that.
It's like
that's the sad part, really, because you get, like, sure, you know, I'll joke around. I'm like, oh, I'm such sweet trash and shit. But you know, I want to learn their history. Okay, if I go there, I want to visit their museums and I want to learn their history. Of course, again, like I said, of course, you know, I'm gonna go there for some sightseeing, you know, eat some of the local food and shit. But at the same time, I want to learn stuff. I don't want to just go there and be this douchebag. And on top of that, you actually do have to do your research before you go to Japan because there's some things that
they have some,
cannot do.
Yeah, they have some pretty strict laws there. Not as strict as, like, you know, like North Korea or something, but they definitely have, like, you know, set things in place.
And I think that's a major problem with people that want to go to Japan.
Because they don't know the laws, they don't know the culture.
They don't do their research before they go to Japan. Mm-hmm. If you know what part of Japan you're going to, you have to research that area.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have, and not only do you have to research it, you have to research it from start to end.
And
everything.
Yeah, and you have to double, like, check it too. Like, you have to reread it a couple times before, like, just being like, all right, I'm going. You have to, like, really, like, know what's, you know, what.
like Japan's really well respected. So if you're going there and you start doing all this shit, you're gonna get looked at by the Japanese and be like, well, this dude is just another stupid ass fucking American, and they're gonna hate you. You can't just go there. You have to do your fucking research before you go to Japan and research that section of Japan that you're gonna be visiting.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go there. You just can't buy a plane ticket like, oh, hey, let's go on vacation.
Yeah.
Because what they're gonna see is just another typical white Caucasian asshole.
Definitely, yeah. But
You can be mad at me for saying that, but it's fucking truth. You have to do your fucking research before you go there.
no,
Yeah,
it's true though.
It's true with any other country that you want to visit. You have to respect their laws. You have to respect their culture. Because you never know, if you go ahead and say the wrong thing, that you might wind up dead.
Because it's not like America.
Yeah.
That's the thing people don't understand. It's not like, not every single place on, Earth, on, every country is not going to be like America, where they're going to let you get away with a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
No.
although America sucks and everything at the moment, America is one of the most freest countries,
Yeah.
I will say. At least I can appreciate that, It's,
Yeah,
has a
at least-
lot of
at
free
least I
things.
can.
I'll say that, I'm glad that at least I'm in a country that allows me to do what I do. Like, God forbid, I'm able to literally stream things like that. Like, in a lot of other countries, you can't just make videos, willy-nilly. Like, or talk about,
I know, in North
Japan or anything. So it's like,
In North Korea,
oh God, no, Jesus. Oh.
in North Korea, they will not let you go ahead and go, or when you go in it on the internet in the
very
U.S. They don't block any website from you, but in
For the
North
most part.
Korea, they have a block for everything.
That's,
They even have
Yeah.
a block for YouTube.
yeah, because anything that talks
Because
about
they
bad
don't
about
want
them, it's like, mm-mm.
I mean, pretty much, if you're taking your cell phone someplace, and you're gonna go someplace, like I'm not even like mentioning North Korea because we all know how they are with their strict policies on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into like a certain museum, say over in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
you have to know whether or not you can take videos or pictures. And if they don't allow it, you don't fucking do that shit.
Yeah, don't
Yep.
do that. That's not right.
Sometimes you can be jailed for it.
Yeah.
If you're taking a picture or video inside one of their museums, you
Just
go
taking
to jail for that.
just taking one innocent little photo can land you in jail in Japan
Yeah, that Jesus.
for
Yeah.
for a foreigner.
Mm-hmm. Actually, even the darker
Before you
part.
start taking pictures all over the place, make sure you know you can take a picture at that location.
Yep.
Just anywhere you go,
And if they-
honestly,
No,
in like
no,
any
no,
country.
you can, don't do it. Don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, research, things like that. Let's make sure, just, yeah.
Use
You know,
your phone for
Yeah.
calls only over there.
mm-hmm. Actually, back to North Korea, what's the crazy part? How limited they are to, like, certain things? And I learned this just recently from my, like, history class. And it's the fact that literally North Korea has limited haircuts. Like, you only have a select, like, amount of haircuts you can choose, and that's it if you go to a barber shop or stuff like that.
Yeah, because any other would be seen as how do I say
It's not right.
how do I
don't know.
say this word?
Forbidden? Yeah. I feel like, I guess that's a good word. I think.
It's forbidden, but it's also seen as kind of like going against the government, going against
Mhm.
the president. It kind of like treason on some accounts
Yeah.
In
because
of itself, like, losing for a haircut, like, come on, man. That's how fucked up the world.
Yeah.
that's how fucked up North Korea is.
That is, like, it's very, like,
Humans are fucked up no matter which way you look
I mean,
at it.
yeah.
Every human's fucked up in their own way, but some a lot more than others. The problem is that the human race thinks that, oh, we're so superior, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, let's see how fucking superior your dumbass is when you're out in the goddamn wild with no weapons or anything, you get mauled by a fucking bear. Yeah, you're totally on top of the food chain then, aren't you, buddy?
Yes. God. Probably should be
We
dropping
didn't
this
have the
stream.
weapons that we did, we would not be the top species. I guarantee you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of animals attacking people. I mean, fatal ones.
We're stupid, honestly.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
it's
just had to say that. We are stupid, though.
It's just like, you know, they were stupid for going ahead and doing that. They were stupid for going near that.
Oh, I'm gonna poke a
Yeah.
bear. Haha. Gets mauled. Gee, I wonder why you got killed by a bear.
I know.
And like even a game like Animal Crossing, like it came from Japan, but if you actually start diving into some of the details in Animal Crossing, it's not a it's not as a happy-go-lucky game as it looks like on the surface. There are stories behind some of the items and stuff that are in Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
I read
I've
some of the
seen,
stuff and things, and I'm like, whew.
Yeah, yeah.
It definitely
And
kind
it's a
of
lot
rocked me a bit.
darker. It's a lot darker than it would suggest.
That kind of almost is like the definition of Japan if you think about it. If you think about it.
I am a fan of it. I played Animal Crossing like all the way back to fucking GameCube. Okay, I'm a fan of the game.
I remember the GameCube version.
I have all the games so far. Like, well, yeah, I do. Well, when you actually stop and look at the backstory, like the actual true backstory of Animal Crossing, it's really dark.
Yeah.
It is. It really is dark. It makes you think. I mean, it makes you think whether, you know. I mean, it's like.
Maybe.
It's a game about happy-go-lucky animals and, you know, collecting fish and going ahead and decorate your house. You know, how could it be dark? And then you read some of these stories about the items, and it's like, holy shit!
Like, whoa, okay.
Maybe I should make a video on
This
that.
can get dark.
Like, just talking
Yeah,
about that, because
I
I
think
feel
I
like
should
that would be
make a video.
interesting. That would be interesting. I'll bring you guys along, because obviously, you know, you guys have a lot of detail too with
Well,
it.
there's already videos about Animal Crossing on YouTube anyway.
But yeah,
Well, I
but,
wanna join
you
the
know,
I'm kidding.
It'll be like us discussing it.
Just talking about it, just what's out there. I mean, honestly, like, this is why, like, I'm doing these podcasts, like, right now, is to talk about, like, literally anything. And God forbid we're doing that right now. Like, I love when we
Yeah.
get into these, like, really deep discussions, because it's like, I don't know. I know no one's watching this, obviously, right now, still. But, I mean, it's the concept of, like, so.
Yeah.
Probably should be wrapping the stream up soon. Considering that there's like very like dark topics we were going through. Oh God, Jesus. Ultimately, let's just say Japan's very interesting. Maybe we should dive in more to the like culture and things like that. Maybe one day to talk about certain things. You know, that are like very interesting that not a lot of people know. God forbid, I like learning a lot of like, you know, about things, you know, it's like my thing. I know it's really weird. Thing is, at school, I'm like, I hate learning math, English, science, you know, whatever. But when I learn something, you know, like, usually like history class or something, I learn like little things or like that, you know, nothing that involves like actual like grounded of what school is, which I feel like questions our education system. Like, just learning useless facts I'm not gonna really use much, you know. It interests me because it's like I just kind of want to know like certain things.
I went ahead and I've been watching a YouTube channel recently. I've been watching a lot of episodes of horror stories, and it's very, very, very. It can get dark at some points, but it's very, very interesting to hear about these stories. Like the Leonard Skinner plane crash.
I don't know if I heard about that one. That
I
story.
never knew. My mom knew. My mom knew this, but they went ahead and had a lot of name changes to the band before settling on Leonard Skinner, and the name of it, Leonard Skinner, was kind of like a play on words for the band's PE teacher that hated, the guys with the long hair,
Mm-hmm.
just hated it. So that was a play on words. I never knew that.
Like I said, I never heard about the plane crash thing before. At least, I mean, not if I'm aware. You can talk about it real quick if you want, or continue on what you were talking about originally.
I have to go ahead and
There's a lot of going back to
rewatch
YouTube.
it again. Yeah.
Going back to YouTube.
I have to rewatch. I have to rewatch it again, but it was a plane crash that killed a couple band members, but some of the others survived. But then those band members slowly started dying as well. Getting picked off by car crashes and.
Are you saying that there's some weird?
And I don't know, but I think this was another band, but I think that the girlfriend of one of the band members got the rights to the name Leonard Skinner, or got the rights to the band, and won't release it at all. So she's getting royalties instead of the band.
That's
for every show they
freaky
play.
thinking about that, because I'm only assuming, I mean, obviously the plane crash I'm only assuming is probably accidental, but the whole other thing is about them weeding off, you said, like that, makes you kind of wonder. I'm not pointing any fingers, by the way, I'm just wondering. Very sketchy.
The plane that they were on ran out of fuel. It seemed as though the people didn't even check the fuel, people didn't even check, the engine or anything like that, and just decided to just book it, and they crashed near the gig they were supposed to play in.
Okay, that is actually strange.
Not in a runway, but in a forest area.
That's freaky. Now, okay, that's some. Alright. I'm gonna actually admit to one thing right now. I do kind of like conspiracy theory stuff. I will say that. Especially cartoon ones. But I like actually hearing conspiracy theory things. I like Shane Dawson, by the way. So. No, I like it. I know, it's stupid. I mean, obviously, I know which ones to believe and not to believe, but that one's I wonder. That's a very interesting one, considering that they ran out of fuel. Why would they never check the fuel? That's what they always check. That's one of the first things they check is, do we have fuel? Can we even go to our place? So that's, yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna have to link you to that video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that, because I'm curious.
I'm gonna have to show you that video.
No, we're gonna.
Discord.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting, I wonder. Because...
But yeah, there's a lot of things. There's even one going ahead and talking about the Bud Dwyer suicide.
I don't know that one either.
What the Bud Dwyer suicide was, there was a guy named, obviously, Bud Dwyer. I think it was part of a cabinet, and what happened was that people were going ahead and taking bribes to go ahead and get people in the seats, in these seats. And Bud Dwyer was accused by this one man of going ahead and taking a bribe, and he was due to appear in court. The guy later went ahead and said that he lied about him taking a bribe. He never took a bribe. but there was a news conference. I think it was the day before he was supposed to go to court. And he appeared and he gave these envelopes to these different people before going ahead and reaching in a bag, little, like, envelope bag, and producing a gun. And he went ahead and pointed up towards them, backed everyone away, said, "No, I don't want anyone near me. This might hurt someone," before putting it in his mouth and pulling the trigger.
Jesus Christ.
You can actually see the gunshot go through his head and blood spilling out of his nose. Then the guy comes over and says, "No one panic, no one panic." And one guy's like, "Holy shit," and the other's like, "Oh my god." And this guy's, "No, don't panic, please." It was wild. And one of the most interesting things, I don't know the band's name. I wish I did. But the band that I'm gonna find, the band actually did a song called, I think, "Nice Shot." And the song is talking about Bud Dwyer.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that amazing. But
makes you wonder.
there's
though.
that. There is
So many things out there. I
have you
haven't
ever
watched the
heard
show.
of the singer Bjork?
With Bjork?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an odd word, but no. I think I would. No.
Anyway, Bjork. I think Bjork was a Scandinavian singer.
Wait. Bjork. Hold on. Wait, give me a second. I need to think. Maybe it does sound familiar. Bjork. What kind of songs do they make? Hold on. Like, just generally. Dang it. Kind of sounds familiar. I mean, maybe now thinking about it a bit. But I don't know
I
why.
forgot what it was, but there was this one guy who was so obsessed with Bjork that when he found out that she was in love with an African American guy,
Wait,
he got mad.
wait, wait, hold on. The lead singer, wait, is a chick, right?
Yeah.
Where is she from again?
I don't know.
Don't do this to me.
Quote me on this. I think it's Scandinavia.
I think I know one. I
Scandinavian?
think I know one song she made, and I think it's popular. I forgot what it was called though. But like, I remember watching it when we were watching like old MTV like 80s stuff, like listening to it. I think I might have
Oh, really?
heard of one of the songs. So okay, at least I have some. I think I know what you're talking about. So I think okay. So anyway, guy ticked off
But anyway,
because he's way too much of a big fan.
this guy was obsessed. This guy was real obsessed. He was obsessed to the point that he was going to go ahead and mail a box which housed kind of like an explosive device. And it was going to be mailed to Bjork, and when she opened it, it was going to kill her, so that they both could be in heaven together.
Oh,
That's what he said.
that's messed up.
First, he thought about going ahead and putting the explosive device with HIV-positive needles that would, explode.
Jesus.
But he went ahead and scrapped that. He also scrapped an explosive that would spray like sulfuric acid. So when she opened up, it was for sulfuric acid in her face and body. He went ahead and sent the package to be delivered to Bjork. And he waited until, the confirmation that, it was at the post office came, and then filmed himself committing suicide.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because that's not going to raise some questions.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Good news.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be dead.
Because people were in the apartment area were complaining about the smell. So, people came in and found all of this, all these, like, news clippings and everything, and thought it was a terrorist attack. So they got the police in, and the police found out that, it was Bjork he was targeting. So they were able to go ahead and contact, the
post office.
Law enforcement over there.
And be like,
and the law enforcement went to the post office, collected the package, and detonated it in an empty area.
Dang, that's wow.
And the only thing that stopped, him having his wish was that he killed himself too early.
That's...
Yes, I think it was like the mail was delayed by I think 3 days.
Wow, Jesus.
And it got there, and by the time, when he killed himself, he had thought that the package had arrived, because he said he was going to kill himself when the package arrived over there. And he did, but it was delayed.
I feel bad for her. I can't even imagine, because at the time she didn't know until the whole thing was over and done with, and cops had to come to her and be like, "Yo, someone almost tried killing you." That's crazy. How do bands and singers deal with that? Obviously there is deranged, obsessed fans out there. Literally they'll do anything, anything to be with that person or whatever, or see that, and it's
yeah,
it's disturbing. It really freaks me out, because it's how do you do that? Knowing that you could be in danger every
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many mysteries to rock and roll, like Destiny's Child, just to name one.
Well, actually, that's not really rock, by the way.
The
That's hip.
death
That's
of Left Eye.
Wait, serious death of what? Sorry.
I think her name was Left Eye.
Left Eye. Oof. I don't.
It was the mysterious. Oh.
Who's Left Eye?
It was the mysterious death of Left Eye. I think Left Eye. She was part of Destiny's Child, and
okay, this is bad.
She went to many places to go ahead and help starving, the kids in need and everything, going to
That's sweet.
different countries, There was a video, though, of the last time that she would ever be alive. She was in a car, a red car, with a couple of her friends, and they were driving down a road. Okay, she was talking and talking. All of a sudden, something happened, and their car crashed in the woods, killing Left Eye, or killing her. And I think killing another. I'm not sure how many died or survived. But the creepy thing was that there was no cars on the road. There was nothing to go ahead and, steer their direction. No nothing. And it's how did the car... I mean, they did an autopsy and found no alcohol or illegal substances in her system, or anyone else. So, the question comes, what happens to the car? What happened to the car to make it veer off and hit,
Okay.
a tree, killing, Left Eye?
I can have some theories about that, obviously. My guessing, so she was driving it, right? If I'm correct, you're saying in that statement?
Mm-hmm.
My guessing is, there's a couple of guesses. One, that it could have been, like, something flawed with the car, and they just didn't know what it was, something happened. Number two, could have been a plan, like someone, I don't know, if someone specifically in the car, or someone, related to the car, or whatever, like, rigged it to, like, drift off. Or, and this is, I think, the darkest, and I don't know if this would be true or not, but purposely drift off and kill themselves or herself,
Or
that
there could
line.
be another
There's so many theories.
one that, and there could be another one which not sure if it even happened or not. Another one could be some kind of supernatural force.
Life is strange. Sorry, I had no choice.
No.
Daniel? Just kidding.
No. Supernatural force. You know that.
Oh god! No!
I'm sorry.
No!
I had
Damn!
to.
Oh,
The game's on the screen. Come on. Keep on.
Daniel?
Daniel?
Did you kill Left Eye, Daniel? I taught you better than this.
It's like, Daniel, come on. Like, Sean, like, come on, Daniel. Like, I know you're trying to figure out your powers, but come on.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that.
I was telling you to pick up the rock, not the car. I'm sorry. I just offended, like, many people. I'm sorry. I had to, like, it was getting tense. This happens when I'm tense. I have to make a joke.
You triggered a lot of people.
I did. Oh boy. It's like, they could have killed himself. Or supernatural. God darn it, Daniel. It's like...
Dang it, Daniel.
No, we're not saying that. Not saying Daniel from Life is Strange did anything. Also, are you sure it's Destiny's Child? May I ask? Cause wasn't it like the three chicks like from Beyonce and everything,
Yeah, it was the three chicks who did Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
That's TLC.
That's
TLC. I knew something was off when you said that the whole time. Like, I'm just gonna let you finish the story and then I'll ask.
That's Destiny's Child. TLC. God.
I was gonna say they didn't make that sound. That's TLC.
Okay, fucked up.
Hey, at least you corrected, so at least someone can do the research out there. I got it.
Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Maybe it was Destiny's Child that had Left Eye because TLC. Now TLC was different because the wife or one of the members of TLC
Oof, when there's
was
too many
charged
women
with
singers.
burning one of like the little big large
Maybe all
I
the men
wouldn't say
issues.
mansion, but I say house down because she found out that her, I think, boyfriend or husband was cheating on her,
Yikes.
and she got so enraged that she went ahead and burned his shit down.
Never mind. I was gonna make another joke, but we need to stop doing that.
What joke is that?
I was gonna make a joke about Rachel. Amber, come on. Stop kicking over trash cans. Oh.
Yeah, stop kicking over trash cans in nearby houses.
I'm sorry, I had to, but I was like
And
trying
then
to keep screaming, bloody murder. Come on, like a banshee. Hold on, let me see. Left Eye? I can look it up real quick.
Hold on. Let me go. Hold on.
Or you want to look it up?
I think it's left. I think it's Left Eye.
Left Eye, Left Eye. Oh, sorry. making it myself. Yeah, I might, once we find that out, I think I might wrap the stream up and end it. It's not to be a very
The
interesting
Left
stream.
Eye car crash documentary. Yep.
What band are you from? Fam?
Lisa's car accident. Our Henry helps T-Bows connect with Lisa. Left Island.
You could just look up who Left Eye is, and then you can get what band she's from, or group, I would say. Is it Destiny Child? Is it DLC? Is it some random other one that exists?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez crash clearly shows the other vehicle involved.
Oof, have we
Show
been
the other red vehicle involved.
saying so? Is it a car crash?
The other vehicle?
This doesn't make weird sense. I'm gonna look. Okay.
Okay. So if it's true, then it wasn't supernatural at all.
So it wasn't
It
Daniel?
was caused by another vehicle.
Hold on. Left Eye.
And there was
Left Eye
another
from.
vehicle.
Hold on.
Okay.
You know, TLC. Hold on.
Yeah, because there's documentaries on it on YouTube. And there is the final video.
TLC. She's from TLC.
TLC?
Because I was gonna say, like, I was questioning when you were telling me it was Destiny's Child. I'm like, no, I don't think any. They're all sisters. I don't think anyone out of them died. Obviously, Beyonce didn't die. So,
You know,
and I've never heard any of the sisters. So,
which is a tragedy in and of itself.
Oof. The parting of Destiny's Child. The fact that Beyonce got more famous than her sisters. The tragic
Yeah.
story.
The tragic story.
But no, I was gonna say, like, I don't
Tony
think.
the news.
But no, we compromise. It is TLC. It may have been not even supernatural. Anyway,
Chose.
supernaturals, yes. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream because this has been a very interesting one. I think out of the most of them I've had, considering they were talking about like Japan's cultures all the way to weird like documentary stories things. Actually, I'm sure we're gonna watch a couple together. Obviously, of those. So definitely the plane crash one because that one really fascinates me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, you got anything to say before we go?
Hopefully going to be streaming more of Life is Strange 2, Episode 2, pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Probably this week, you know.
Yes. Nothing much for me. I mean, other than Life is Strange comics supposed to be coming out this Wednesday, but that's about it. My throat hurts, I don't know why. It's probably too much laughing. At least at certain things, even though there wasn't even that much laughing. But, anyway, so, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like if you like it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe. And, bye guys!